Good morning. Today is October 27th, and our positive reading for today is very few things are impossible. Regardless of the stories you heard, I am trying to read in the light while showing you the beautiful view. Regardless of the stories you've heard or the cards you've been dealt, you can do anything at all until you tell yourself that it is impossible. It is only with the simple word that you would become limited. It is only with this simple word that your world becomes limited. Your words and your thoughts become your reality. So remind yourself that something is impossible to do only until someone does it. So I had been looking at what the reading for today was, and it reminds me of, in the Bible it says, there's a story, I believe. It's regarding having faith as a mustard seed to move a mountain. You know, it can be hard at times to have faith. And when you don't have faith in yourself, then you limit yourself. And I guess what I can learn from that also is, before I moved to my own apartment and living alone for over a year now, it's about, year and a half now. And, you know, I have grown children. I had never lived alone that long before, ever. Or I have not, I should say. And I didn't have the faith a while back to think that I would be able to do this life on my own. And of course, I always say this, and I believe this from the bottom of my heart: I do not do my life alone. God is with me every step of the way. I don't want to think about what life would be like if He wasn't by my side. So I had just watched Sally D's reality live stream. She goes live every morning, reading a devotion, reading scriptures, and discussing it. And I just, out of a whim, I just came out with, I'm trying to remember how I said it, but it's something to the fact that I was always trying to be a people pleaser, but now I am doing my best to be a God pleaser. But I think I said, I always tried to be a people pleaser, but now I work on being a God pleaser. Because how many of you know that you could be a people pleaser one day, then a God pleaser the next day, and then this back and forth? But I believe it's just like, when you have one foot on solid ground and then you have another foot on sinking ground. You always have something that's pulling you down. And if you have that faith in Jesus, then you just got to go to him. Go to him on bended knee. And get on that solid ground. There was a story about a person that was on top of their house. And there was like a boat that came by, and the person said, "No, God will come and get me." There was a plane that came by. "No, God will come and get me." There was something else that had came by. I'm trying to remember what it was, but they said they refused it and said, "No, God will come and get me." And then they got swallowed. Because what you fail to realize is that those 3 times God was trying to come and get you. So God will use different people in your life to talk to you, to reach out to you. It's just like when I was watching something else yesterday from another YouTuber who is amazing. And she said, well, here's an example. Do you get woken up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning? And then what do you do? Do you try to go back to sleep? What do you do? And she said, that's God. That is God trying to get your attention to come seek him. And I don't know how many times I have gotten up at that time and didn't really think about it. So now I am just like on the alert. Like it didn't happen last night. I woke up to my alarm. But I would like to think that the next time that happens, that I will start praying and giving God all the glory and let him know that I am here. I'm a vessel. I want to listen. I want to be used for his glory and for his name's sake. I hope you all have a wonderful, God-blessed day. And please remember that every time I do a positive affirmation, I try to read what that affirmation is for the day and then what it means, how I apply it to my life. And if you can, I would be interested in knowing how it applies to your life in the comments below. Have a wonderful, God-blessed day. And please remember not to be a people pleaser, but to be a God pleaser. And in doing so, you will please people to a point, because God loves to please people. Have a great day. Bye-bye.